Hello students, hope you are fit and fine at home and completing your work seriously. So today we'll start your grammar portion, and in that the first topic we'll do, that is the tenses. And the tenses is not something new for you because you have been doing tenses from so many years and hope you know all the rules of tenses also. So let me start. Before starting the rules of tenses, let me tell you about the word tense. The word tense is derived from Latin word that is tempus, and which means time. Actually, what is tense? The tense is which indicates the time of an action, event or condition by changing its form. So that verb which changes its form, that is tenses. And basically you know all the tense, they are of three types according to the time: present tense, past tense and future tense. Whatever is going on right now, that is present tense. Which is already past, that is past tense. And which will come, yet to come, that is future tense. Present tense, basically, why do we use present tense? So present tense expresses an unchanging, repeated or reoccurring action or situation that exists only now. It can also represent a widespread truth. So present tense we write for the actions which are happening right now, and some universal truth also. Like if you say the sun rises in the east, that is universal truth, that also comes in present tense. Now past tense, you know, the actions and situation that was started and finished in the past, which was over in past. And the third one is future tense. Future tense expresses an action of situation that will occur in the future. So these three tenses we'll do. First is present tense, second is past tense, and third is future tense. In present tense, we express the action which is happening right now, and past, which are over, started and finished in past, and future tense, the situation which will occur in future. So you know it already. Based on aspects, the tenses are, there are four types of, this is divided into four types, every tense. Like the present tense, indefinite or simple, simple present, then present continuous, or you can say progressive also, or present perfect and present perfect continuous. Like this same, simple past or past indefinite, then past continuous or past progressive, and past perfect, or the fourth one is past perfect continuous. And then future one, simple future or future indefinite, then future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. The very first is indefinite tense. We can say the simple tense also, and then continuous tense, which shows the progressive tense, which is known as progressive tense also. After that perfect tense. The three complete tenses or perfect tenses describe a finished action, and perfect continuous tenses, they tell you about complete tenses and the incomplete tenses to describe an action which was in progress and then finished. So these are the four type of tenses which indicates what they indicate. So the indefinite tense, they tell you about, it describes an action but do not state whether the action is finished. Continuous tells you which is going on. Perfect tells you the finished action, and for perfect continuous tells you which was in progress and then finished. So this is the chart. You can see I've already discussed present, past, future, four types of present tense, four past tense, and then future tense. After that, this is very important one, which when I'll ask you to write in copy also, I will tell you later on. So this is the table, this is the rules of all the tenses. Okay, so quickly I will tell you, then I will tell you one by one. When we talk about simple present tense, we use, with first form of the verb, we use s or es, and with others, we use only first form of the verb. I, we, you, they, first form of the verb. He, she, it and singular, we use first form of the verb plus s or es. Present continuous, we use is, am, are plus ing. Present perfect, we use has, have plus third form of the verb. Present perfect continuous, we use have, has, been, first form of the verb plus ing plus time. Past tense, with all, we use second form of the verb. Past continuous, we use was, were plus ing. Past perfect, we use had plus third form of the verb. Past perfect continuous, we use had been first form of the verb plus ing plus time. Future tense, with I and we use shall plus first form of the verb. With others, we use will plus first form of the verb. Future continuous, we use will be plus ing or shall be plus ing. Future perfect, we use will have plus third form of the verb or shall have plus third form of the verb. Then future perfect continuous, we use will have been plus first form of the verb plus ing or shall have been plus first form of the verb plus ing. So quickly I have told you all the rules. Now we'll do it one by one. The very first is present indefinite tense, and today we'll do only present tense. So present indefinite tense, when do we use present indefinite tense? The simple present used to describe an action, an event or condition that is occurring in the present at the moment of speaking or writing. I play, she plays. Okay, which is happening right now, and it is also used for habitual actions and universal truth. I play, she plays, I go to school, they go to school. Okay, so which is you go to, I go to school means every day you go to school. You are not going it right. You are not going right now. You go to school every day. I play, you play every day. And now, how to make affirmative sentence of simple present? First form of verb. We use first form of the verb. With third person singular pronoun he, she, it, we use first form of the verb plus s or es. With first person and second person I and we, you, we use first form of the verb. With he, she, it and singular, we use first form of the verb plus s or es. I play, he play. Okay, so what is the rule of present tense? Subject plus V1. V1 means first form of the verb plus object. You can see the example. I play cricket. He takes exercise daily. The sun rises in the east. Now, how to form negative sentences of present tense? For making it negative, we use do and does. With I, we, you, they, we use first form of the verb with do, and with he, she, it, we use does. So I do not play, they do not go, and he does not play. And do and does, they are always followed by first form of the verb. We do not drive a car, he does not play cricket, I do not work. Interrogative sentence. How do we make interrogative sentence of simple present tense? We just keep the helping verb do and does in front. You can see the example, and at last we put question mark. Does he tell a lie? Question mark. Do we win the match? Question mark. Do I not speak the truth? Question mark. And after do and does, we always write first form of the verb. Some of the children, they say, no ma'am, I do not knew it, or they make mistake. They use double past, or they use second form of the verb after do and does. So that's totally wrong. After do and does, we always use first form of the verb. After that, we have present continuous tense. The present continuous tense emphasizes on continuing action, whatever going on. I am playing, he is playing, they are. And the verbs we use are, with I, we use am, with he, she, it, we use is, and with we, you, they, we use are. And rules, you can see the rule of making present continuous: subject plus is am are plus verb, first form of the verb plus ing plus object. I am playing cricket, he is taking exercise, you are working. Now, how to form the negative sentences? Just by putting not. We are not driving a car, he is not playing cricket, I am not working. Now, how to make the interrogative sentence of present continuous tense? It's very simple. When we have helping verb in the sentence, just by putting helping verb at first, we can make them interrogative. Are you telling a lie? But question mark is must. If you don't put question mark, it will not be called an interrogative sentence. Is the farmer plowing? Is it not raining? Present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is used to describe action that begin in the past and continues into the present or has just been completed. Just completed. The action which are just completed, for that we use present perfect tense. Like I have played, she has played. And what do we use? We use has and have plus third form of the verb. With he, she and it we use has. With I, we, you, they and plural we use have. He, she, it and singular we use has. With I, we, you, they and plural we use have. And this is the rule. Subject plus has and have plus third form of the verb plus object. I have played cricket. He has taken exercise. You have bought the ticket. And how to form negative sentence? Just by putting not, we can form negative sentence of present perfect tense. We have not played cricket. He has not sold his house. They have not finished their work. An interrogative sentence, as we have done earlier, just by putting has and have at first, and putting question mark. Have you bought the tickets? Has the farmer finished his work? Have you got prize? And the last one is present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is used to describe an action, event or a condition that has begun in the past and continues into the present, which is still continuing. You have been playing. She has been playing. Means she's still playing. They have not stopped playing now. So whatever is continuing, the continuous action, in that we use present perfect continuous tense. We use has and have plus been plus ing, and we use since and for. We also use time. With he, she, it we use has been. With I, we, you, they and plural we use have been. And these are the rules. Subject plus has, have plus been, first form of the verb plus ing plus object. I have been studying since morning. He has been taking exercise for 2 hours. It has been raining for 2 days. For making negative, we just put not. We have not been playing cricket since morning. He has not been selling his house for 1 month. They have not been finished their work. For making interrogative, we put the helping verb has and have at first. Have you been reading this book since morning? Has the farmer been finished his work for 2 hours? But when we make interrogative sentence, it is must to put a question mark. So that's all for today. Today we have done present tense, simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Let me revise quickly the rules. In simple present, we use first form of the verb plus s or es. Present continuous, we use ismr plus ing. Present perfect, we use has and have plus third form of the verb. Present perfect continuous, we use has, have, been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus time. Hello students, today we will learn past tense. So as we have done in last lesson, we have done all the parts of present tense, the rules and how to use them. Now I will tell you how to use past tense. Like present tense, past tense also there are 4 types: past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous tense. Past indefinite tense. The simple past is used to describe an action, an event or condition that occurred in the past. So as you know, with the name only past tense, it is used to tell some actions which happened in past. I played, she played. And whenever we talk about simple past sentence, we use second form of the verb. And the rule is subject plus second form of the verb plus object. I played cricket, he walked, she sang a song. And for making negative sentence, we use did not. In past tense, we use did not. We did not drive a car. But keep in mind, whenever you use did, after that we use first form of the verb. In simple sentence, affirmative sentence, we use second form of the verb. But for making it negative and interrogative, we use first form of the verb with did. We did not drive a car. He did not play cricket. I did not work. For making it interrogative, now it also has helping verb did. So just by putting did in first, in start, we make the sentence interrogative. And at last, we have to put a question mark. Did he tell a lie? Did we win the match? Did I not speak the truth? And we have to use first form of the verb after did. Past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is used to describe action ongoing in the past, which were ongoing in the past. And the verbs we use was and were plus ing in the verb. I was playing, she was playing, you were playing. And rules are, we use first form of the verb plus ing, and we use was and were. With he, she, it, and I, we use was, and with we, you, they, and plural, we use were. Rules are subject plus was verb plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. I was playing cricket, he was taking exercise, you were working. For making negative sentences, we just use not. We were not driving a car, he was not playing cricket, I was not working. For making it interrogative sentence, we put the helping verb was in verb at first and we put question mark. When were you telling a lie? Was the farmer plowing? Was it not raining? So this way we make it interrogative. Now we have past perfect tense. For past perfect tense, generally past perfect tense is used to refer to action that took place and were completed in the past. Which took place in the past and completed in the past. And like in present tense, we use has and have in perfect tense. But here we only use had with first person, second person, and third person with all. I had played, she had played. And the rules are, with had we use third form of the verb. Subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. I had played cricket. He had taken exercise. You had bought the ticket. For making negative sentence, we use not. We had not played cricket. He had not sold his house. They had not finished their work. For making it interrogative sentence, we keep the helping verb had at first and we put question mark. Had you bought the tickets? Had the farmer finished his work? Had you got price? And the last one is past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense is used to indicate that a continuing action in the past began before another past action began or interrupted the first action. So it tells you about the action which started in the past, continued also in the past, and began before another past action began. For example, I had been playing. I had been playing means you did in past. Now you are not doing that. She had been playing. And with we use had been plus first form of the verb plus ing, and we use since and for. It's very important to know the difference between what is the use of since and what is the use of for. In all the perfect continuous tense, we use since. All the perfect continuous tense, we use since and for. Now see, since is used for the point of time and for is used for the period of time. Suppose you say, I have been playing cricket for 3 hours. Actually, you don't know which 3 hours. I have been working on computer for 5 hours. Exactly, you have not given the time. I have been studying in APS for 5 years. You have not told the exact time of that period. But when you use since, we have to give the point of time. I have been playing in computer since morning, since 2 o'clock, since 3 o'clock. I have been studying in APS since 2015. So this is the difference between since and for. So once again, for past perfect continuous tense, we use had been, first form of the verb plus ing, and since and for. With he, she, it, and singular, or I, we, you, they, with all first person, second person, or third person, we use had been. Rules are subject plus had been plus first form of the verb ing plus object. I have been studying since morning. He had been taking exercise for 2 hours. It had been raining for 2 hours. Negative sentences, just by putting not, we make it negative. We had not been playing cricket since morning. He had not been selling his house for 1 month. They had not been finished their work since noon. For making an interrogative, we put the had it first and we put question mark. Had you been reading this book since morning? Had the farmer been finishing his work for 2 hours? So this was past tense. First was Let me revise it quickly. So first was simple past or past indefinite. With for writing the sentence of simple past, we use second form of the verb. Past continuous, we use was, were plus ing. Past perfect, we use had plus third form of the verb. For past perfect continuous, we use had been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus time. And next future tense, we will do it tomorrow. Hello students, today we will do the last tense, that is future tense. It also has 4 types. First is future indefinite tense, that is simple future, then future continuous tense, then future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Now the very first one is future indefinite tense. Where do we use future indefinite tense? The simple future is used to refer to actions that will take place after the act of speaking or writing. So that will take place in future. After speaking, whenever we are speaking or writing or saying something, it will take in future. I shall play, he will play. Affirmative sentence. How to make affirmative sentence of simple future tense? We use will and shall. With I and we use shall. With he, she, it and plural we use. Others we use will with first form of the verb. And this is the rule: subject plus will or shall, first form of the verb plus object. I shall play cricket, he will take exercise, Aisha will pass the exam. How to make negative sentence? Just by adding not, we can make negative sentence of simple future. We shall not drive a car, he will not play cricket, I shall not work. How to make interrogative sentence of simple future? As I told you earlier, if you have helping verb in the sentence, just by putting helping verb in the front of sentence, we can make it interrogative, and we have to put question mark also. You can see the example. Will he tell a lie? Shall we win the match? Shall I not speak the truth? After that is future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to describe actions ongoing in the future, which will take place in the future in continuation. The future progressive is used to refer to continuing action that will occur in the future. I shall be playing, she will be playing, they will be playing. And with I and we use shall plus first form of the verb plus ing. With others we use will. Rules: subject plus will, shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. I shall be playing cricket, he will be playing cricket, you will be working. For making negative, we just add not. We shall not be driving a car, he will not be playing cricket, I shall not be working. Now we have interrogative sentence. Just by putting helping verb in first, we can make it interrogative. Will you be telling a lie? Will the farmer be plowing? Will it be raining? And it's compulsory to put question mark. After that we have future perfect tense. For future perfect tense is used to refer an action that will be completed sometime in the future before any of the actions takes place. I shall have played, she will have played. And we use third form of the verb plus will have or shall have. Rules are subject plus will have, shall have plus third form of the verb plus object. I shall have played cricket, we will have taken exercise, you will have bought the tickets. For making negative, we use not. We shall have not played cricket, he will have not sold his house, they will have not finished their work. Interrogative sentence, same as before, we put the helping verb in front and we make it interrogative. We shall have, will you have bought the tickets? Will the farmers have finished his work? Will you have got prize? And we have to put question mark. And the last one is future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used to indicate a continuing action that will be completed at some specified time in the future. As I told you before, all this perfect continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense, and past perfect continuous, we have to tell the time. I shall have been playing, she will have been playing. So rules are subject plus will, shall, have been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object, and we write time also. I shall have been studying since morning, will have been taking exercise for 2 hours, it will have been raining for 2 days. For making an interrogative, we put helping verb at first. We shall not For making it negative, we just use not. We shall not have been playing cricket since morning. He will not have been selling his house for 1 month. They will not have been finishing their work since noon. Interrogative sentence, just putting helping verb at first. We can make will, shall at the start and question mark. Will you been reading this book since morning? Will the farmers been finishing his work for 2 hours? And this is all about tenses rules, and I have told you about all the rules and how to use them. Let me have a quick revision. So simple future tense, we use will, shall in first form of the verb. Future continuous, we use will be, shall be plus ing form. Future perfect, we use will have or shall have plus third form of the verb. And in future perfect continuous, we use will have been, shall have been plus ing form of the verb plus